Welcome back here on Checkered Flag Interactive. We've got the second race of the night, the second feature race of the night for the Major League Sim Racing Oktoberfest event here at Lanier. You've got Checkered Flag Interactive bringing you the action with Steve Bonesteel and Mr. Dennis Pavel up in the booth. And we've got a field of drivers here tonight for this second race again. And a lot of big names in the field here tonight as they get ready on these first couple laps here. We've got, it looks like 13 drivers out on the field, and it looks like only 11 are out on the grid right now. You've got Jared Boros, the winner of last race, on the front row, or in the second row, excuse me, there behind the 05, who will be starting up in first on this race, Nick Ottinger, and he was not in the last race. But then you've got Heath Smith in the number 2, who was in the last race, and he had a solid second place finish here. And these drivers ready to take the green flag, and it's going to be a good race here. Dennis, I'm ready for it. Are you?
Oh, I'm definitely ready for this race. Short track racing is always the best kind of racing out there.
Yep, for sure. Here tonight, 175 laps, or excuse me, 150. They changed the lap count. We are away, and we are racing, and we've already got a hard wreck. The 06 is in the wall, Anthony Mahone, and that should be a caution. We'll just have to see and make sure the pace car comes out here, and the pace car will be coming out. This series is running their own cautions here, and there on your screen, there's the pace car, the number 38 Breast Cancer Oktoberfest official pace car. You don't see that very often, that Mazdas go around as the pace car. But we're already under our first caution of the night. We'll take a second and take a look at what happened there. Very violent hit for the 06, and we'll figure out what happened to him there.
Looks like the 06 just self-spun coming onto the green.
Yep, that's pretty much what we're seeing up here as well. Dennis, it looks like he was coming off the corner trying to get that run to get to the green flag. And when he did that, he got that rear end loose. And when he got the rear end loose, he ended up coming down in front of the 75, it did look like. And the 75 had nowhere to go, and it just sends him around to the inside wall. Luckily for the number 06 there, Anthony Mahone, here at this racetrack, you really don't need too much aerodynamic benefit from any part of your car. So with that back end being smashed in, it shouldn't hurt him too bad here, but we're under our first caution. We haven't even completed a single lap yet. But Nick Ottinger is in the first place still. Heath Smith in second, Jared Burrows in third, TJ Graves in fourth, and Derek Holzhausen in fifth here. And we should be doubling up within moments here to take the green flag after our first restart of the night. Dennis, did you happen to tune in to any of the first race we had here in the late models?
Yes, I did. It was very good race. I saw some really close racing, and it was pretty good race overall.
Yeah, for sure. One thing Lanier always seems to bring us is a lot of close battling, for sure. You will see battles side by side for the majority of the race, and if they're not side by side, they will be bumper to bumper. As the runs go on, that bottom line becomes the only place you can really run to be fast, and that's pretty much how it works at short tracks, especially in the lower power cars. These national cars, of course, they were at one point the B car, the nationwide car, but now they're basically a short track only car, but they are a lot of fun on the bigger tracks. But right now, we're not worried about bigger tracks. We got these guys on this little short track here, and we are ready to take the green flag. The pace car will be pulling in this time, and we will be getting the green flag once again here at Lanier Motor Speedway. It's time to go racing once again. Green flag is out. The 05 is away, and look at the way the cars just pull themselves off the lines. You can see the front ends going up into the air. These guys diving down into 3 and 4 now. The first two cars are single file there. You see those black stripes in the number 05. This is obviously not his first time around an oval track, and right now he's out in the lead. But the number 2, Heath Smith, he had a strong run last time around in that first round race. He's looking pretty strong early on up there in that second spot, so he might have a solid night here. He's got to come away with a win if he wants to prove himself. And we're early on, and the majority of the pack is getting single file here early on, coming to lap 10 here.
I know, I just noticed that the 97 of Paul Boswell has some rear end damage. I'm not really sure where that came from.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of rear end damage on that car, and it's pretty much the same story that I can say for the 06 of Anthony Mahone there. He gets that rear end damage, but here at this short track, it's not going to kill you. It's not going to hurt you that bad. It might slow you down if you get in the front, get in the wrong place. It might make you tight, knock your toe out of place, but right now he's solid there. We've got Ryan Borges in the number 24s. We got the 67 going around. Caution will be coming out here. And it's actually the 87, excuse me there. Caution flag is out.
Wall.
Yeah, he barely missed that inside wall. Dennis, like you said, he came around, and it looks like the back end just came around on him as we pull up the replay here, taking a look at what happened coming through the corner. The 87, you see the back end just dropping, around he goes.
These cars get very loose coming off corners, and sometimes they just slip out of your hand, and luckily he saved it that time.
Nick Ottinger, your leader here still, the 05 having a little bit of a connection issue early on. It shouldn't be much of a problem. You see that quite often here on iRacing. Of course, it's not a real iRacing caution, and these guys are calling their own cautions here tonight. But it's looking like it's going to be a brutal race here. These national cars, you can beat them up and you can race them hard, but we're going to have to see here. These drivers, they all want to win. There's only a certain amount of drivers out here. The next race in the super late models, we've got a higher field count. So with these drivers in this race, we've got 150 laps on the board. I think we're going to be going through it pretty fast, Dennis, and it's going to be a good race once we get going green.
It'll definitely be a good race with this short track here. Not a very close racing. And it looks like the 06 of Anthony Mahone has just pitted, and so has the 87.
Yeah, he's still got some rear end damage, and I'm sure, I don't believe these guys have resets or quick repairs here in this national car race. So they will be going down there trying to get that damage fixed. Of course, at these short tracks, you just don't simply have enough time. Ryan Borges is also on pit road, getting 4 fresh Goodyears, and he'll be coming out. So we'll see how he does here. They do have a halfway break. So we'll be racing to lap 75 and have the competition caution, and then go from 75 to 150, depending on what we have in the middle of the race.
Lots of racing to do tonight, and let's see who could pull off a win here at Lanier Speedway.
And here we are 18 laps into this race, working our second caution of the night. Again, the 05 still your leader here in the Ream Impala. And then you've got the number 2 in the Gale Force Impala on his outside. Peak Antifreeze jumped on board with iRacing about a year ago. And since then, they've been on these cars as well. But here the pace car will be diving on in this time by. We'll be taking the green flag once again to continue on. We'll be taking the green flag on lap 20 of 150. We'll be ready to go green flag racing once again here at Lanier Motor Speedway. Pace car is in. The 05 is away, and he gets a great restart there. And the number 2 will do a great job also on that outside, getting down to the inside line, not letting the 46 take advantage going into the corner here. Diving down in the corner, he's going to have to try and get up there. It's early on in the race, so he's not going to need to push the issue. And we're already slowing down once again, Dennis, so we've got another caution here.
Yeah, it looks like the time just came up and hit the 06. Not sure what happened there. He also tagged the inside wall when he came back down.
We're going to go up in the chopper here and pause it there and take a look at what's going on. This is the 10 car, just whatever happened to him there, he ended up coming down. So we'll take another look at the replay here. We'll even put it in slow motion for you guys at home. And on this restart here, he's on the inside line. And we'll have to see what happens between here and then turn 1 and 2 to the point where the 10 car's going around. He's having a connection issue here, and he comes up into the 06 car. And it really seems like that entire incident was part of his connection issue there. Dennis, when the 87 of Derek Holzhausen got up into him, neither car really got any damage from that hit, so I really have to look and say that that had to do something with his connection issue.
Yeah, some really weird things can happen when you have some connection issues. You could have that bumper hook, and you can also go through people sometimes, which makes a very bad experience for the both people involved.
And here, this will be a quick caution here at Lanier Motor Speedway. These guys are doubled up already, ready to take the green flag once again on lap 23, coming at 24 of 150. Heath Smith once again up on that outside line as the pace car will be going out, coming down this time by. The field's still looking pretty strong here. A lot of big names in this Oktoberfest event the Major League Sim Racing guys have been putting on. This is a 2-day big, huge event we've been having here. Yesterday they raced half the day away, and here they're racing half the day away. And let me tell you, these guys are having a blast here, but we'll be ready to take the green flag momentarily once again at Lanier Motor Speedway here for the MLSR Oktoberfest event. The pace car is pulling on in. The 05 is breaking away. Green flag is out once again.
Ooh, contact between 22 and 06 again. 06 is out, turn 1, and looks like he has minimal damage.
And so far, I'm not seeing the rest of the field slow down, and yes, they are. Caution is out once again here for the 4th time tonight. Immediately after these restarts here, these guys having troubles getting going. These cars a little more powerful than the ones we were just watching. 06, he almost caught that inside wall, so we got lucky to where he ended up landing. It could have been a lot uglier than it was. We'll take a look at the replay from the start of the drop of the green flag here, again under caution. The 06 did not get going as well, and neither did the 3 in front of him. And when he checked up for the corner for whatever reason, number 22, who's having that connection issue there, he ended up getting up into him and sending him around. So we're under caution once again here at Lanier. And Nick Ottinger is getting lucky here on these restarts. He will still be your leader here. And I do predict it will be another quick caution here. The admin's trying to streamline this caution process. And the Miata pace car, that breast cancer awareness pace car, is definitely getting its share of camera time here. We'll bring the cameras down onto it. Remember, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Spread the news, make donations, and let's find a cure together here, using iRacing as a way to get around. And iRacing, Dennis, I'm sure you can agree, iRacing is incredible. An incredible community, incredible place to be. You can race people on every continent that's got internet and access, and that's incredible. You can't do it anywhere else.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can race people from Australia and, you know, from all different parts of the world, and you can see what kind of competition they have there in different parts of the world, because they don't really have oval racing in Australia or Europe. So it's kind of cool to race somebody from Australia and to have no experience with ovals.
And the green flag is out once again. The number 05, Nick Ottinger, getting another great restart. Don't really expect anything less from him there. The number 24, Ryan Borges, I would like to note, he is all the way back up into 4th after making that early pit stop here. These cautions were playing into his hand, his deck of cards, and he's up into 4th. Not sure if those 4 fresh Goodyears are going to pay off, especially if he's getting up into that wall, but early on, he's back up in the mix. And these 3 drivers up here all look pretty sporty, especially that number 05, Nick Ottinger. Again, he's out in the lead right now, pulling away a little bit from Heath Smith, who ran up in the top 5 the majority of that last race. And there he is again in that 2nd spot. So early on here, 30 laps into this race, we're having a good race so far.
A 3 just got loose and hit the wall coming on the backstretch about a lap ago. And so is the 87 a bit loose coming off the turns.
as you were saying there, Dennis, that 3 car was getting loose. Dale Owen was one of the crowd favorites last race to get up in the top 5 and maybe get that win. He was not able to pull it off. And here in this Nationals car, it's a completely different beast, and we've got a car going around. And the caution's out. And I take that back. The caution is not out, guys. We are still going green here. Derek Holzhausen did go around there momentarily, but like you said, Dennis, he was able to save that car. I look up at the lead in the front. What do you think's getting that 0-5 around the corner better than the 2 right now?
He's probably hitting his marks right, braking right, and using enough brake and enough throttle to get off the corner really fast compared to the other competitors out there.
Yeah, he seems to be running a little bit, I'd like to say he's keeping his momentum up. He seems to be rolling through the corner a little bit better than these other guys out here, and that's really allowing him to stay steady in front of the field right now. He's running a very clean line, not getting too far down on that apron. A little bit on the apron, it'll help you turn too much, and it'll send you spinning. So definitely the 0-5 right now is looking pretty solid, but he cannot count those 2 guys out behind him, Heath Smith and Jared Barrios. Both of those drivers were very strong in that last race, and they're looking pretty solid right now.
Yeah, the two seems to be slowing down now. 0-5 is just way too fast, hitting his marks right, and the 2 seems to be struggling. .05 is in the lead, still in the lead, and he's coming across some lapped cars now. Really clean. 10, you know, is staying up high so he could let the lead lap cars go by. It just simple, you know, respects the lead lap drivers.
Especially with that number 10 car being damaged like he is, Mark Walker there. He's been involved in, I think, 2 incidents already early on right now, so he's having a tough night. He's maintaining out there. At least he's running the race and completing laps out here, and I guess that's all you can really ask for early on in this race. We're coming to a third of the way through, and that number 10's definitely seen better days. But Nick Ottinger used that lap down car as an advantage. He used him as a pick there and was able to pull about half of a second over Heath Smith, but Heath has not given up, and he's actually starting to pull that leader back in early on here. But we're going to be coming up to that competition caution, which pretty much changes everything up from this first early on sprint of the race.
Yeah, he's catching up more lapped cars, and seems like he's using it as an advantage because he seems to get every lapped car at a good part of the track where he can block the second place driver, so he can't catch up as quick.
Looking here, that 0-5 again just looks so steady out here, and Heath is having a pretty solid run. He's just trying to get up there. Had that lap down car, another one come up in front of him. Jared also had the same thing, sitting there in third, where those lap down cars held him up just enough to give those leaders a chance at breaking away a little bit there. Ryan Borges is 5 seconds behind from those leaders up there, so he is not really closing in like I thought he would be. He was showing really strong that last race. Maybe something happened where he got caught up with someone, but right now Ryan Borges is sitting there in 4th and not really closing in on these guys.
Yeah, these guys, top 3 is really close together. They're running the same lap times, so it's single file. They're not really catching up to one another, but let's see how this plays through.
Yeah, everything's going to change pretty much once we get to that halfway point. If drivers choose 2 tires, 4 tires, it can change up the order, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. Right now, Heath Smith is running really strong right now, and he's actually catching up to Nick Ottinger by a mile, a lap pretty much right now. He is hauling the mail. That Gale Force Impala is all the way up to his back bumper. He's probably going to be getting up there, and he might be able to make the pass before that halfway point in that halfway competition caution here, so we'll have to see. And right now he's right up there, and he's also brought the 46 along with him, So we've got a 3-car battle basically for this lead right now. And that number 2 is looking pretty strong, getting the run off the corner, but Nick Ottinger will not be giving it up anytime soon.
Yeah, I saw the 0.5 on a little bit wide there, which caused the 2 to catch up, and I guess the 46 used that advantage too and caught up with the 2.
And I'm looking at the 2 right now, and I'm sure you can see it too, Dennis. He's running a little bit higher in the corners, which is allowing him to get a little bit more of a run off the corner, but it really seems to be costing him as he goes through the corner. That number 2 car is just not getting through the corner like everyone else seems to be. He needs to lower his line and maybe roll through the corner a little bit more, and he'll be able to pull off the corner. So we'll see here. And right now the next car to go a lap down will be that 75. And he's running his paint scheme here. He's got Oktoberfest on the back of that car. And he's right in front of the leaders. I don't know how he's going to react once the leaders start getting up to him. We'll have to see here. He's not running too much slower than him, just maybe a couple tenths every couple laps he's losing. So right now he's trying to get around that 10 car of Mark Walker. And he's going on the outside here, and the leaders will be going on the inside. So we'll have to see how the drivers behind the number 05 handle this, Dennis. It's going to be pretty close here if it holds them up or not.
Oh yeah, the lapped cars are definitely holding up the leaders right now, because the 05 did get a big run when the lapped car was troubling the 2 car. He couldn't catch up. You know, he didn't have the speed coming off the corner because of the lapped car being on the outside. He can't get that run off.
And right now that 2 car's got the 46 right behind him, and you definitely cannot look away from that 46. He's been strong. And then on the other side of the track there, you've got the number 22 of TJ Graves. He's got Dale Owen in that number 3 car behind them. They've been battling it out for the past 20-30 laps, and I really think the 3 burnt out his tires for a while there. He was in front of the 22, and now the 22 was able to work his way back around him here. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Both cars have some right side damage, so they found that outside wall at one point or another. But Nick Ottinger right there getting loose going around the 97. You see that awesome save there, Dennis?
Yeah, I've been noticing him, but he's been going under the the yellow line, and he's been hitting the apron, which made me wonder, he could get loose when he goes on there, but probably heat up his tires, and that's what caused him to get loose.
And it might not be an awful thing here. He might be testing it out for later. As your tires get wore out, you have to take these corners at slower speeds, and if you can get down on that apron, it might even help you turn a little bit. So here early on, you see these drivers trying different strategies, trying to get their cars to turn. Nick Ottinger is still pulling away from that number 2 Gale Force Impala. And Ryan Borges is still continuing to fall off these guys here. He is 8 seconds behind the leader. And that number 24 is not really going too far, not going too fast right now. But when these guys come down pit road, and I really think everyone will for sure, when this competition caution happens on lap 75, anything can change. If someone takes 2 tires, or if someone takes 4 tires, and oh, the 05 is getting loose there. Look at that. What a save.
Too wide for the lead right now. 2 car took that as an advantage, and now he takes the lead coming to lap 72, and now the 05 gets the lead while the 2 hits the wall.
And right there, that was Heath Smith's chance right there, and he might have blew it a little too hard. He just came off that corner, like you said there, Dennis. He clipped that wall and drove it so hard off the corner, and that allowed the crossover for the 05, and he came down on the inside, made the pass. This time by, they should be slowing down for the halfway mark, competition caution, and we'll see how it goes from here.
And the caution is out for the competition caution.
And after those first cautions that really slowed down the beginning of the race, things really mellowed out, and it's been a pretty good race right now. I'm really enjoying this battle for the lead. These 3 cars, while Nick Ottinger was in front for the majority of that run there, he's not all that much faster than those other guys. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But real quick, we're going to tune it over turn it over, that is, to a commercial break. Don't go away. We'll be right back on Checkered Flag Interactive for the second half of this race here for Oktoberfest at Lanier Motor Speedway. Don't go away. We'll be right back in the booth. And we are back here on Checkered Flag. We've got these guys back out on the track. They lined up. The number 46 will be your leader here on this run on the green flag, at the drop of the green flag. That is the 05, Nick Ottinger, the leader of that entire first run, except for one lap where he slipped up. He will be there on that outside line. Ryan Borges there also up there in fourth. And then in third, you've got Heath Smith and that Gale Force Impala. So we are ready to take the green flag. The pace car will probably be coming in 2 laps, not this time by, but next time by. And we will be taking the green flag once again here at Lanier for Oktoberfest.
It was pretty interesting when I saw the 46 only take 2 tires. Everyone came down pit road and took 4, but the 46 thought that 2 tires might work on this track. We'll see how that plays out for him.
Yeah, last race we saw a very similar strategy, and it didn't work out very well. And we'll really have to see if it happens to him here, where if he'll be able to stay out there and maintain his speed or not. But like I said, last race we saw a very similar strategy. It did not work out, but we'll have to see if things are different this time by, because the pace car will be coming on in. We'll be taking the green flag once again here at Lanier. Green flag is in the air. We are away.
46 is getting very loose, and here comes the 05 for the lead. That was pretty interesting.
What a move. I don't know about you, Dennis, but I think that one deserves a replay.
That was a good move, sure indeed. He came right down under when he saw the 46 slide up.
Going back to the start of that restart there, we'll take a look at Nick Ottinger on that outside line. The 46 is getting loose. Like you said, he just dives down to the apron, makes the pass, and very strong pass for sure, and he's out there in the lead right now. The 46 has got Heath Smith on that inside line. Heath has got 4 tires, and the 46 does not. He's only on 2 right now, so he's going to be struggling here. I don't think that strategy is going to work out, like I said already. So we'll have to see what plays out here, but right now he's in trouble.
Yeah, it looks like the 24 that's in 4th place currently is catching up to the 46, and anytime now he's going to overtake the 46. So it seems like the 2-tire strategy does not work on this particular track with this car.
Especially after running near 75 green flag laps on those tires. You really got to come down and get all 4, especially with another plan of another 75 laps in this race. So Not sure why he chose to take only 2 tires, especially being up there towards the lead. Right now he's fallen only back to 3rd, and he's got plenty of time to make it up, but we'll see how it plays out here.
I would understand if he was around 10th place and he took 2 tires so that he could get some track position, but when you're that close together and you're in 3rd place, it's not going to work out very well.
And again, I would like to remind you guys at home that this is Checkered Flag Interactive, bringing you coverage from Lanier Motor Speedway for Oktoberfest here for the Major League Sim Racing. 2 days of awesome racing, 3 different classes of cars. This is the second feature race of the night, and coming up at 8:45, we've got the 3rd and final super late model race. A lot of big names, huge names in that field. Nick Ottinger, he's a big name in this field, but we've got 2 or 3, 4 people just like him in the next field. So definitely, if you're not doing anything tonight, not running NIS, make sure you tune in for this. It's going to be a lot of fun. And right now we've got some great racing out here at Lanier. These national cars, the old B car, they're a lot of fun to drive. They're more powerful than the limited late models that we saw last time around. And right now Nick Ottinger is still your leader here at Lanier Motor Speedway, and he is doing a great job doing it. Heath Smith. And there we have it. There's trouble. TJ Graves going around.
Not really sure what happened there. I'm going to take another look on that. Looks like the 97 just came up and tapped the 22 on the left rear, and he just went around to try to save it. Just tapped the outside wall just a little bit. Minimal damage, though.
Yeah, not too bad of damage for that number 22. We'll take a look there what happened. Both of those drivers, the 97 and 22, were driving hard. Then just like you said, just a slight tap, and he comes around and hits that outside wall for the disabledracers.com. Double clutch Impala there. Then number 2, with TJ Graves, he had a pretty solid run last race. He chose the 2-tire strategy. It did not work out. So in the end, it didn't work out so well for him, but right now, he's going to be coming down pit road there with the number 97, getting some of that damage fixed, probably seeing if there is anything major, and at the very least, getting 4 fresh Goodyears put on it.
It's pretty interesting to see the 24 come down pit road to get some 4 Goodyear tires.
Yeah, Ryan Borges, in both races he's been in tonight, he chose that strategy. And early on in this race, when the caution came out, he also chose to come down pit road, and it did not work out very well for him. He started to fall back, so we'll just have to see how this plays out.
If this goes to a long green flag run all the way to the end, it might work in his favor because he'd have the freshest tires on the track, and he could probably get up some positions.
And the pace car here should be coming on in this time by. So we are ready to take the green flag once again, and we'll be going racing here at Lanier. And we'll have about 50 laps left to go here tonight. So as the pace car will be getting ready to come on in, we'll be taking the green flag. And the pace car will not come in this time by, on the contrary. So we'll go around one more time here, doubled up, as these guys get in the formation. The 05, Dennis, I know we've said it all night long, but he's definitely the fastest car out there. But Heath Smith there in that number 2, he was looking pretty solid towards the end of that run. He did end up getting the wall. I don't think it'll hurt him too bad here on this restart. We'll have 51 laps to go, so we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, you know, anything could happen. 05 could mess up, and 2 is right there to take it.
Pace car is in, and we are away yet again.
Slow restart for the 2. As you can see, the 46 with 2 tires came out and inside, and you might take the position there.
A little bit of 3 wide in the very back of the pack there you saw on your screen. The 46, like you said, Dennis, he's down there on that inside line, so he will be working it there for that second place spot. Heath is up there on the high side, not where he wants to be. The 46 is going to get that spot. The number 2 is going to give him a bump there. They're going to get sideways. All 3 of those cars got a little bit sideways there. Great save, and there's Dale Owen in that number 3. He might be the sleeper of the race, and he was last race also. He's working his way through the field. You really got to hand it to him for doing a good job here, not saying much about him all night long there. Ryan Borges there on those 4 tires, down on his inside. Number 3, Dale Owen, not going to fight him too hard for this. The leader, though, on the other hand, Nick Ottinger, is already away by 1 full second over these guys, the 46 and number 2. They're trying to chase him down. So we'll see how this works out here for the 2nd and 3rd place. These 2 drivers trying to chase down. The 46 has 2 tires, and the number 2 has all 4. So we'll see here.
24 just hit the wall coming off, but nothing really happened. He did lose some speed there and caused the number 3 to check up. I'm pretty surprised that the 46 is still in 2nd place with those 2 tires, while the number 2 has the 4 tires that he took on the competition caution. It's pretty interesting how he's still up there.
Yeah, not only is he's up there, he's starting to actually pull away a little bit from that number 2. So now that these tires have all gone through at least 1 heat cycle, they've kind of equalized out there. And then number 46 is starting to pull away.
It could be that the number 2 car is just frustrated with what's just happened there with all the contact and getting sideways. He's trying his all his hardest and not hitting his marks correctly.
Yeah, definitely. These tracks, these short tracks, are one of those things where it's a rhythm track. You can really get that at the bigger tracks also, but when you have your momentum and your rhythm and you lose it just for a second, it can really hurt you, especially when you're up in the lead, and it frustrates you so much. And we've got a car around there. The caution will be coming out. The 06 there again, he was racing with that number 75. The 06 is on the outside on your screen there. He ends up, that back end just comes right around on him. He does a nice job keeping it off that inside wall, and he ends up not getting too hard into anyone, no contact at all. So that 06, he'll sit there, he'll let everyone by, but he will not get any damage there. So he got off lucky, I'd say for sure, Dennis.
Yeah, I've been noticing that on this track, it seems like the exit of each turn causes the cars to get very loose, and as you saw there, the 06 went around and saved the car.
You know, I really have to think, Dennis, that it's got something to do with maybe the way the weight transfer is. You really see the nose of these cars go up into the air when these guys put the power down to the ground. So we'll see here. And we're only going to have a short sprint, maybe 1 or 2 cautions left until the finish line here. But we're 113 laps into this race. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go away. Checkered Flag Interactive. We'll be right back. And we are back here, still coming to 1 to go here. The field is doubled up. 115, 116 now laps complete of the second race of the night here in the Nationals car. for the Major League Sim Racing Oktoberfest. You've got Steve Bonesteel and Mr. Dennis Pavel up in the booth here tonight. First time in a while we've worked up in the booth together, and we are here ready to take the green flag once again. It's looking to be an exciting rest of the race. Who do you have got in your corner? Who do you think can get this win, Dennis?
You know, right now I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure the 05 can probably pull it off with everything he's been doing so far. He's been in the lead most of the race, and he's been hitting his marks correctly.
And we are away once again here, and we've got this two-car battle here for second place. The 2 is now on the inside on this run, and he's not quite getting clear. That number 46, he's got the run off of the corner, so the number 46 is sticking strong there. Right now, the number 2's got that run going into 3 and 4. This battle for second is going to be very important if it continues on. The leader, Nick Ottinger, will break away as we've got contact there. These drivers getting sideways. What a save. Time to pull the replay up. Take another look at that.
Yeah, I just saw the 97 just check up a little bit, and that caused the pile up there, and 24 got loose, got sideways, but he managed to save it.
And there we're looking at this replay now, and going into 1 and 2, the 97 had to check up and got into the front of the 24, and that just got him sideways, slideways. He hit Dale Owen there on that outside, so tough break for him, but we're still under green flag here as we complete another lap under green flag. Nick Ottinger still your leader. He's got over 1 second on Heath Smith in that second place there, and we've got about 25 laps. Nick Ottinger's starting to blink a little bit worse here. That could be a sign of things to come. That would be heartbreaking for him to pretty much blink out of the race that he's been dominating so far.
Yeah, I've been noticing he's been blinking quite a lot lately. It started at about that caution that just happened, and it just keeps getting worse.
And really quick as we come towards this final segment of the race, again, this is the Major League Sim Racing Oktoberfest at Lanier National Speedway. They've got 3 different classes of cars, 2 different days, October 11th, which was yesterday, and then October 12th today. Head over to MajorLeagueSimRacing.com and check it out as the caution comes out once again. What happened there, Dennis?
Not really sure what happened. I'm checking right now, but when the caution came out, I saw the 87 hit the wall, but I'm not sure that was the cause of the caution. Seems like the 75 just spun out coming to turn 1.
And there's no damage there on that number 75, as you guys at home can see. So whatever happened to Dustin there going through the corner, he managed to get away pretty clean here. And when we go green flag once again, it's only going to be about 20 laps to the green flag, so things are going to be getting really intense towards the front of this field here. These drivers, we've got about 4 very qualified drivers to get this victory here tonight. And while you have Nick Ottinger in your corner, I'm going to have to choose someone different. I really think Heath Smith might be able to pull something out. He was so close that last race, and he barely missed it there. He was about just a quarter of a second back from that number 46. So we'll have to see how things turn out this race, but that's who I have in my pick.
You know, anything could happen on these races. You know, all 4 could wreck, and you never know. Maybe Dale Owen could pull off a win. You just never know what could happen. And it's just going to be interesting to see what happens. Seems like the connection issues with the 05 has stopped. I haven't seen any blinking yet, and I spoke too soon.
Either way, it doesn't seem like anything too major here, so once we get this green flag here, the pace car will be pulling in probably this time by. We'll be taking the green flag with 20 laps to go here in the Nationals race here at Lanier Motor Speedway. We'll have about 45 to 50 minutes until the next one, and so make sure you tune in for that one. That's a super late model. We've got a big field. I think quite a few drivers for that one. So this time by, the pace car will be pulling on in, and we'll be taking the green flag once again.
Seems as if the 05 was pushing the pace car there.
And the 05 is away. The 2 was caught sleeping there. That number 46 is going to have that inside line once again in 1 and 2. And it really seems every driver that gets stuck out on that high side just cannot do anything with it. The 05 right now is going to start using this battle for second to break away. Heath Smith and Jared Boreos there, they are battling hard, and it looks like that number 2 got really high there, so that number 46 is going to have to make that pass, and he's going to have to do it quickly if they want to have a chance at making that pass for that lead and going up there and maybe making something happen.
Really close racing here for the second position. You got the 46, the 2, and the 24 all fighting for position here. They're trying to get as many positions as they can for points.
And right here, man, you've got 5 different cars that are just within a second of each other. If one makes one simple mistake, it can take them all out. Here at these short tracks, not a lot of room for error, but there's plenty of room for beating and banging here. The number 46 finally clears the number 2, and he might get the chance, but he's only got 15 laps to chase down that leader here, and unless he gets a caution, he might not have a chance at it. But I would not count a caution out here, as we've got these cars battling very hard here for 4th and 5th and 6th, and these guys, wow, just look at the way these cars go up in the air. Those noses way up in the air right there as they put the power down to the ground, and even in the corner they look pretty tipsy there.
Yeah, these cars can get very loose. Again, this is a short track, so you don't get as much downforce as a bigger track. You're not going as fast.
And you really have to feel it for Heath Smith. He has fallen back through the field now. He is all the way back into 5th, and he might even get passed for 5th by Dale Owen on that inside line. And he has just not been able to find the bottom line, and he just keeps dropping like a rock right now. And then you've got Jared Boreos there in 2nd place trying to chase down Nick Ottinger, but he's got a lot of ground to make up. He's got just under a second, and they're running identical lap times right now, so unless he pulls out a hat trick, Dennis, I don't think he's going to be getting up there.
I've been watching his time, and he's been gaining on him, and I guess he's not going to have enough time to pull it off. But I just saw the 2 car get loose and save that car. He was really sideways coming off turn 4.
I've said it once and I'll say it again, that once these guys get going, I mean, these races are so competitive, and here at this short track, Nick Ottinger, this race has really brought this field and shown them what it's like to be schooled. This 05 is really just putting on a clinic out here going around this track, passing that number 10 car once again, Mark Walker there, and he is running around on that inside line, making it look like a rim war. So 7 laps remaining here at Lanier for this second race of the night. Right now, the 05 Nick Ottinger doing a great job up in the lead, and he might just be getting away with this one coming about 5 to go.
You never know, but these lap cars could become a factor for the 05. If one maybe gets in the way in front of the 05, the 46 is right there and could take that position.
I mean, we've already saw it in this race where one slight mistake by Nick Ottinger could mean the other guy getting up there. So coming to 4 laps to go, he's only got a certain amount of corners left. Ryan Borges makes that pass for 3rd there. Derek Holzhauser right on his back bumper. This is the battle for 3rd. Right now, Nick Ottinger not making any mistakes, but this battle here is Derek there gets sideways in that number 87. Nick Ottinger, though, a 1.5 seconds ahead of Jared Boreos there. He will be crossing the line with 2 to go.
87 is just giving all he's got for that 3rd position. I mean, he's been getting loose almost every turn now.
And we'll look at this battle here as the lead, unless something big happens. Nick Ottinger's got this battle right here on the track is for 4th. This is the only real major battle on the track right now. These guys going all out right now. 87's got one last corner. He's going to throw it in there. He's not going to be able to make it happen. Number 24, Ryan Borges, will come away with the 3rd place. Nick Ottinger, though, he will be your winner here in this second race of the night, the 05. Nick Ottinger, after leading 144 laps, what a victory for him. Jared Boreos there in second, Ryan Borges there in third, Derek Holshausen in fourth, Dale Owen fifth, Heath Smith in sixth. Then you've got Dustin Riccioni there in seventh, and Paul Boswell in eighth, TJ Graves in ninth, Mark Walker in 10th, Anthony Mahoney there in 11th. Stephen Burnett was the pace car there, so he will be finishing last out of everyone, and he will be the pace car, like I said, so it doesn't matter anyway. But here is your winner, Nick Ottinger. Beautiful racing done by him. He did a great job maintaining all race long. He only had 1 point during the race where he got passed, and I mean, it only took him one more turn, and he was back around him for the lead.
He deserves this win. I mean, he led 144 laps. That's 7 laps that he didn't lead. I mean, he's been really good at this short track. He's been hitting his marks correctly, and no one can catch him. He's just outstanding.
Well, as Nick Ottinger does his victory burnouts around this track, Checkered Flag Interactive is going to be stepping away once again here tonight. Remember, at 8:45 Eastern Time, 7:45 Central, we will once again go live here at Lanier Lanier National Raceway for the super late models. So we will be back here tonight for one more great race from these the Major League Sim Racing Oktoberfest event. So don't go away. We will be back in just about an hour with Steve Bonesteel and Dennis Pavel up in the booth. So make sure you take a break, go eat some more dinner, go eat your popcorn, but don't go away too long, because we will be back for more here at Lanier Motor Speedway.